In this Infinity Analyze 7 lesson, we'll take a look at presets. What are presets? Why do you need to use them? How do you use them? And what else can you do with presets? First off, presets are a way of storing camera settings so that you can restore them quickly and easily as you change your microscope setup. You don't need to use presets. You could set up the camera the way that you want, invoking mean or peak as your auto exposure mode, and then as you change the microscope objective, the auto exposure mode will look after meeting your brightness target for you. Or for more direct control over the camera settings, you can use hybrid or manual exposure mode, and you can save a camera preset for each of your objectives or each of the circumstances under which you change the optical properties on your microscope. So the microscope is set with a 10x objective. To create a preset, it's as simple as clicking on the Save As button and putting in the name of your preset. In this case, I'll call it my Bright Field 10x. If I switch the objective to 40x and I'm in a manual exposure mode, I'm going to want to increase the brightness. Once I'm satisfied with the settings, you'll notice that an asterisk has been displayed next to the presets that are active. This means that some of the settings have changed, and now I'll either need to save those settings to update my 10x or save as, which prompts me to give a new name. So following a similar naming convention, I'll call this the Bright 40x. Now I have two defined presets to choose from, a Bright Field 10x and a Bright Field 40x. If you have more objectives on your microscope, you can create a preset for each one. If you want to return to working without a preset, you can select preset none, and then you won't be prompted to save any changes as you manipulate the exposure or make other changes. If you do make some changes on a given preset and the asterisk is shown, you can select reset to go back to the settings that you had when that preset was created or last updated. There's also a presets manager, which is accessed through this cog icon. This shows us the preset names that we created, and it gives options to create button labels and keyboard shortcuts. Put a checkbox next to each of the presets that you would like to have a button label shortcut for, and then double click to specify the name that you want to appear on the button. This is completely user definable. If you prefer to use keyboard shortcuts, you can enable those with these checkboxes and specify that you want Control 1 and Control 2 to be applied to these two shortcuts. Now that I've clicked Save, I've got these preset button shortcuts. If I go on to create 4, 5, 10, 20 different presets, they'll appear on this drop-down list whenever I visit it. But by going to the Settings Manager, I can create button shortcuts for just the most commonly used camera presets that I have. Now if I switch from the 40x objective to the 10x objective, and I activate the 10x by clicking the shortcut button, my settings are immediately restored. Returning to the 40x objective and clicking the shortcut button restores those camera settings. In addition, presets for your specific objectives can be associated with measurement calibrations and with flat field corrections. Additional video tutorials are available for using calibrations with presets and using flat field corrections with presets.